Hello. As Speaker Emerita of the United States House of Representatives, it is my privilege to address the 9th World Parliamentary Convention on Tibet and join such esteemed parliamentarians and society leaders and defenders of human rights. Let me begin by expressing my deep gratitude to the Speaker and Deputy Speaker of the Tibetan Parliament in exile and to our friends in the Japanese Parliamentary Support Group for Tibet for convening this essential gathering. It is a special privilege to once again stand in solidarity with the brave people of Tibet and to reaffirm our shared commitment to justice, democracy, and dignity. On behalf of the many friends in the U.S. Congress, let me also thank Sikong Penpa Sering for his recent visit to Washington. When we passed the Resolve Tibet Act in 2024, it was in large measure because of the outside mobilization for which he was largely responsible. I was honored to meet with him during his time in the United States. His voice continues to be a moral compass in the world too often clouded by complacency. From Tibet to Hong Kong, and from the Uyghur region to southern Mongolia, the Chinese Communist Party continues to its campaign of repression and cultural erasure. But in the face of such oppression, the courage of the Tibetan people shines as a beacon to the world. As parliamentarians, we carry special responsibility. We are the elected representatives of free people, and with that freedom comes a duty to speak out against tyranny. We must call out the Chinese government's human rights abuse in Tibet, demand accountability, and ensure our own governments are not complicit. If we do not speak out against Chinese human rights violations due to commercial interest, then we lose all moral authority to call out any nation's human rights abuses. Let me be clear. The PRC's occupation of Tibet is illegal. It must never be legitimized. Tibetans have the inalienable right to self-determination, rooted in international law and grounded in truth. Legislators around the world must affirm that right, pass legislation to reflect that reality, and ensure their governments recognize Tibet as an occupied land, not a province of China. And we must be unequivocal in our rejection of the CCP's outrageous claim that it can select the next Dalai Lama. That right belongs only to the Tibetan people and their spiritual leaders. For Beijing to interfere is not only an act of religious persecution, it's an assault on freedom of conscience everywhere. If the Chinese Communist Party can dictate who leads a major world religion, then no faith is safe from authoritarian control. We must also challenge the PRC's revisionist history, the false narrative that Tibet has always been a part of China. This lie is used to justify oppression. By defending the historical truth, we protect not just Tibet's rightful status, we defend the integrity of our international norms and the principle that truth matters. Today, we stand at a global crossroads between democracy and autocracy, between human rights and repression. The Tibetan people remind us what it means to choose peace, dignity, and dialogue in the face of violence and injustice. Together, as parliamentarians, we must deepen our ties with the Tibetan Parliament in exile, collaborate across borders, and raise our collective voices louder and stronger, because the cause of Tibet is the cause of freedom itself. Thank you, and best wishes for a successful conference.